Hi, Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Nukaya binti Abdul Wahab. My number metric is 302060. So today I will presenting a digital evaluation of a legal situation and corrective method in event management. The case that I have selected is Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour concert in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, which took place in November 2023. This case received global attention due to serious health and safety concerns during an extreme heat wave, which resulted in the death of concert attendees and raised questions regarding event safety management and organizer responsibility. The Eras Tour is one of the most successful concert tours in the world and attracted thousands of fans from different countries. In November 2023, Taylor Swift performed in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil during a period of extremely high temperature caused by a severe heat wave. The weather conditions create major challenges for both attendees and organizers. Many fans experienced dehydration, dizziness, and heat exhaustion while waiting for and attending the concert. The incident became a significant case study in event management because it highlights the importance of safety planning, risk assessment, and duty of care to attendees. The Swift concert was held at the Nelson Sanchez Olympic Stadium in Rio de Janeiro. At the time of the event, Brazil was experiencing an extreme heat wave with temperature exceeding 40 degrees Celsius and even higher temperature being felt inside the crowd stadium. Many attendees were exposed to the heat for several hours while waiting to enter the venue and during the concert itself. As a result, a large number of concert goers experienced dehydration, had heat exhaustion, and fainting. One of the attendees, Ana Clara Binivive, a 23-year-old fan, collapsed during the concert and later passed away. Following the incident, concerns were raised about whether adequate precautions had been taken to protect attendees from the extreme weather conditions. There were several important stakeholders involved in this case. The first stakeholder was the event organizer, Time for Fun, also known as T4F. They were responsible for planning, coordinating, and managing the concert. The second stakeholder was Taylor Swift and her management team, who worked closely with organizers to ensure the successful delivery of the event. The third stakeholder was the medical and emergency response team. Their role was to provide immediate medical assistance and respond to emergency during the concert. Another important stakeholder was the concert attendees, who were directly affected by the heat wave and safety conditions at the venue. Finally, local authorities were responsible for monitoring public safety and ensuring that event regulations were followed. About several relevant laws related to event management. The first is the law of third, specifically negligence. Event organizers have a duty of care to protect attendees from foreseeable risks, such extreme temperature were already known before the concert. Organizers were expected to take reasonable precaution. The second is health and safety regulation. Organizers are required to provide a safe environment and implement measures to reduce potential risks to attendees. The third is consumer protection law. Concert attendees paid for tickets and expected a safe and properly managed event experience. The fourth is public liability. Organizers may be held responsible if injuries or death occur due to inadequate safety measures or negligence. These laws are important because they help determine the responsibility of event organizer and the right of attendees. Several legal issues can be identified in this case. The first issue is failure to ensure attendee safety. Organizers were criticized for not doing enough to protect attendees from the extreme heat condition. For example, many concert goers reportedly experience dehydration, dizziness, and heat exhaustion while attending the event. The second issue is inadequate access to water. Reports suggested that restriction on bringing water into the venue create difficult for attendees in staying hydrated. This raised concern about whether sufficient measures were taken to protect public health during the heat wave. The third issue is insufficient emergency preparedness. Questions were raised regarding whether enough medical resources and emergency procedures were in place to deal with heat-related emergency. For instance, a large number of attendees required medical attention due to the extreme temperature. The final issue is potential legal liability. The incident led to investigation and public scrutiny regarding whether organizers had fulfilled their legal responsibility. If negligence is proven, organizers may be held accountable for failing to provide a reasonable, safe environment for attendees. This legal issue highlights the importance of complying with safety obligations and protecting attendees during large-scale events. Besides legal concern, this case also involves several ethical issues. The first ethical issue is that attendees' welfare was not fully prioritized despite the extreme weather conditions. During the concert, many attendees experienced dehydration, dizziness, and heat exhaustion due to prolonged exposure to high temperature. The second issue is the lack of preventive measures. For example, additional water distribution points, shade rest area, and cooling stations could have been provided earlier to reduce heat-related heat risk. The third issue is involved responsibility during a crisis. Event organizers have an ethical duty to respond quickly and effectively when attendee safety is at risk. For instance, emergency assistance should be easily accessible when large number of attendees begin showing signs of heat exhaustion. The final issue is public trust and accountability. After the incident, many people question whether the organizer had acted responsible and transparently in protecting attendees and managing the situation. Had several impacts on the event management business. Firstly, it resulted in financial loss as organizers needed to make additional safety and improvement to manage crisis-related costs. For example, extra resources had to be allocated for safety measures, medical support, and event adjustment following the incident. Secondly, there were legal consequences, including investigation and public criticism regarding the handling of the event. This investigation raised questions about whether the organizer had taken sufficient precaution to protect attendees from the extreme heat. Thirdly, the organizer experienced reputational damage, which affected public confidence in their ability to manage large-scale events safely. For example, the incident received widespread international media coverage, leading to increased scrutiny from both the public and industry stakeholders. Finally, the incident led to increased safety requirements and greater attention to weather-related risk management in future events. Event organizers are not expected to place greater expressive on heat management, hydration facility, and emergency preparedness when planning outdoor events. Several corrective methods can be implemented to prevent similar incidents in the future. The first method is improving access to water. Organizers should provide free water stations throughout the venue and allow attendees to bring water bottles when weather conditions are extreme. For example, hydration station can be placed at entry gate, seating area, and high density crowd zone to reduce the risk of dehydration. The second method is enhanced weather risk management. Organizers should monitor weather forecasts closely and make adjustments such as changing event schedule or increasing safety measures when necessary. This is important because extreme weather conditions can be identified in advance, allowing organizers to make preventive action before risks become more serious. The third method is strengthening emergency response system. Additional medical team, cooling station, and emergency facilities should be available to assist attendees quickly. For instance, medical tents can be positioned at different sections of the venue to ensure faster response times during emergency. The lastly method is improving communication with attendees. Real-time announcement, mobile alert, and safety information can help attendees make informed decisions during emergency. For example, organizers can use stadium, screen, and public announcement to provide update on weather condition and safety instruction. So, in conclusion, the Taylor Swift Rio 2023 incident highlight the importance of effective safety planning, risk management, and ethical responsibility in event management. The case demonstrates how extreme weather conditions can create serious risks if not properly managed. Therefore, event organizers must prioritize attendee safety, comply with legal requirements, and implement appropriate preventive measures to ensure successful and responsible event execution. Through this assignment, I improved several important digital skills, especially in researching, evaluating, organizing, and presenting information. Firstly, I enhanced my research skill by using online sources such as news articles, legal report, and event management resources to gather information about the Taylor Swift Rio 2023 incident. I also learned how to use suitable keywords to find relevant and reliable information. Secondly, I developed my evaluation skill by comparing information from different credible sources and selecting the most accurate information for my presentation. In addition, I improved my ability to organize information by arranging the case into clear sections, including legal issue, ethical issue, impact, and corrective method. Lastly, I enhanced my presentation skill by using Canva to create a structured and visually appealing presentation that effectively communicate the information. Overall, this assignment helped my strengthen my digital literacy skill and improve my understanding of legal issue in event management. So that is all. Thank you.